Colin Riddell, you're known as the Dugong Man. Why are you so concerned for these creatures?
Because of their endangered status. I have no knowledge of them prior to 2.5 years ago, and then I learned their status through the internet, and I was stunned to see that these animals were being butchered, and they're on the endangered species list worldwide.
Now, describe a dugong for me.
Well, to describe a dugong, it's really hard. If anyone's overseas, it's like the manatee, which is very similar to a seal. It's got a big broad tail. It's got the ugliest head. It's a head that only a mother would kiss. Probably doesn't endear them to the population. You know, it's not like a little cute seal, but they're an animal that just drifts along the bottom of the ocean peacefully and has one calf every 5 to 7 years. Breeds like an elephant, really, and it's a special creature. Well, the dugong is the original mermaid. The sailors back in the past on the sailing ships used to liken the dugong to a mermaid, and it's probably where the mermaid myth originated.
Okay, so we were talking about the tension in town around Indigenous hunting. Are people afraid to put their heads up on this issue?
Oh, they're definitely afraid, because anyone that raises an issue in relation to Indigenous people is tarred a racist, and I've been tarred a racist. My answer always is that what part of cruelty to an animal, or killing an animal that's vulnerable to extinction, or is on the endangered species list, is racism. If anyone can explain that to me, I'll be really happy, because the only part that's racial about it is that the animals that are being killed are only to be able to be killed by an Indigenous person, which causes conflict in the community. We have white fishermen that come out here every day, recreational fishermen, professional fishermen. If they're caught even with their line drifting into a green zone, they can be fined heavily, $100,000. So it causes a lot of tension. We're in the years of conciliation, yet we've got two laws, and it's the same. Footage is two things. There's two problems here. The 1993 Native Title Act Section 211 just allows Indigenous people the right to hunt and gather. Now, there's 50 native animals they're allowed to target. The two that I worry about are turtle and dugong, because of their endangered status. And the problem is there is no bag limit. There is no permit system, effective permit system. An Indigenous person can go to a DERM office, Department of Environment Resource Management, and pick up a permit if they care to, as they like. No one knows how many they're taking. I've queried Peter Garrett's Chief of Staff, Peter, asked him to tell me in any way, shape or form the numbers killed in Australia. They have no idea, because there is no system. Now, if we don't have a system, the only way we're going to know when these animals are gone is when they're gone. And that's what struck me in the heart. And I thought, if I don't do this and bring it to everyone's attention, I've been on it, like, you know, for 2 years and 6 months, and I'll have to pursue it to the end, because otherwise the end may be for the animals, and I'm going to be partly responsible, as you are.
G'day. Dugongs and turtles are in serious trouble. Not only do they have to contend with natural disasters, but also Indigenous hunting with almost no control. In the 21st century, cruelty and unregulated slaughter is not acceptable. I call on all Australians to support us for a moratorium on turtle and dugong hunting.